BJP and the left have both demanded a suspension of question hour in the Lok Sabha over the CAG report on farm loan waiver scheme. In fact, the CAG report had alleged a scam of 10,000 crore rupees in the scheme that was floated in the year 2008 by UPA-1 government. Headlines today, remember, was the first channel to expose the whole scam. The 60,000 crore rupees scheme is believed to have been the game changer for UPA-1 that went to polls on the back of the release of the scheme. However, CAG report has revealed that middlemen and bankers entered into a conspiracy to siphon off funds meant for genuine farmers. The report also reveals that several fake bank accounts were opened by middlemen and farmers who didn't qualify for the benefits under the scheme. The opposition is likely to corner the government on the loopholes in the implementation of the scheme after the CAG report was, of course, tabled in Parliament. Our associate editor Atish Srivastava is now joining us with more details from outside Parliament. Atish, is there even a remote chance that the government might agree to the suspension of question hour, because this demand is coming both from the BJP and the left today?
Well, it seems unlikely that government will succumb under any pressure by left and BJP, but yes, the pressure will be applied by left and right. They do realize that it has got enough potential. In fact, when we exposed this entire faux pas in the scheme and in the entire financial mismanagement and siphoning of the money almost a month back, then also BJP said that we'll raise it up in Parliament. Now CAG report has been tabled. They are going to raise it up. They have given a notice of suspension of question hour, and they believe that action should be taken against the finance ministers as well. There were two finance ministers under which the schemes were actually being implemented. That was Pranab Mukherjee and P. Chidambaram. So they want, if you leave Pranab Mukherjee, at least take action against the hearing officer and the ministers involved. So this was a dream project before 2009, and this was a project which helped Congress to come back to power. Many of the BJP leaders believe so. We should target this particular scheme, which was not implemented properly. There is a clear evidence by CAG report that the money did not reach ground level. So BJP and left will not leave this opportunity.
Atish, for the last 2 days, we've seen little business being transacted in Parliament. Is that likely to be the scenario today as well?
Well, it seems very much on the cards, because BJP and left both are very determined that they will try and raise it up, because these were the issues which Congress flouted a lot and said that this is an Aam Aadmi project and we would like to have a, give loan waiver to each and every farmer, and that will get us voters. So this scheme in particular, many believe clicked well for Congress. So they would like to target this particular scheme. We've seen in the last 2 days, there were various issues, especially the law order situation of UP and the price rise which was raised in last 2 days. So it seems that CAG report on farmer loan waiver will be the order of the day today.
Remember that CAG report was placed in Parliament yesterday, and today both the left and the BJP are demanding that the question hour be suspended and this contentious issue be discussed of the siphoning off of funds that were meant for farmers. In fact, the CAG has alleged that there is a 10,000 crore rupees scam involved in this. Atish Srivastava is still with us, getting us all the very latest from outside Parliament. Atish, what is the left strategy and the BJP strategy in case this suspension of question hour is not agreed to? Are they going to create chaos within the House, and till what time are they likely to do it? Is the government going to agree on some discussion at some stage at least?
Well, as of now, left and BJP, they do realize that this is a great political opportunity which has been served them through CAG yet again, and they will like to press on for a discussion and to try and expose the government that this is yet another corruption case which has come forward in UPA-2, and this was a dream scheme of UPA-1 and which propelled them to come back to power in 2009. And this scheme along with Manrega, these are two schemes which they actually publicized a lot, and they spoke a lot about these two schemes. So obviously targeting this scheme and financial mismanagement in these schemes is going to be the prime most focus for BJP and left, because they realize that Congress will be on the back foot as far as this is concerned, because CAG report indicts that there were clear collusion, there were clear mismanagement on the side of bankers and the middlemen. So obviously money did not reach to the Aam Aadmi as claimed by UPA-2.
Atish, the big question then is what action is the BJP and the left likely to push for from the government when they actually get down to discussing this CAG report?
Well, they would like to have action taken against the topmost officers and the ministers who were involved and people who were involved. There may have been decision or action taken against small level officers. They want the top level officers and ministers because and the people who were involved in this scheme, because this was a scheme which would have benefited crores and crores of people. But it did not happen. It did not reach people, and it was just a fake propaganda by government. That is what BJP and left party will be saying now.
Atish, stay on with us. We also have with us food and agriculture expert Devendra Sharma with us on the phone line. Mr. Sharma, many thanks for speaking with Headlines today. This CAG report says that there is a scam of about 10,000 crore rupees with regards to loan for farmers waiver. Now, it's almost criminal when so many farmers have committed suicide because of the kind of debt they have been under. What is the action that can actually be taken by the government so that the money reaches the grassroots level?
I think the first and foremost message from this CAG report is that it tells us how corrupt the banking system is. So far, we have all been made to believe that banks are very efficient in delivery, and anything that routed through the banks reaches the poor beneficiaries. But this classical, scam is classical in that sense that it tells us for the first time that banks are not excluded from the corruption that prevails in this country now, as far as the system is concerned. And now, what needs to be done? What is very sad is that we don't realize that one of the major factors of farmers committing suicide is that they do not have the relief or the bailout or the loan coming to them at the right time, and that is why they commit suicide. Their suicide is not because they are burdened with the debt. They commit suicide because the humiliation that comes along with it. Because the banks will take away farmers too and put them in jail. It is happening in several states that farmers have to be in jail for not repaying loans.
Right.
Or farmers are put in jail, but I have never seen the rich companies being put in jail for non-performing assets. Now that clearly tells us the kind of wrong things that we do it for agriculture or for the poor vis-a-vis the rich. Now, having said that, what needs to be done is that the Reserve Bank of India needs to be told categorically that its job is not only to give repo rate and reverse repo rate, but it's also to ensure that it is the main regulator for the banking system, and it has also to ensure that the banking structure or the banking system is in place and is working efficiently. It pulls up those who have done the or have been part of the scam and sets the house in order. I think that would be a remarkable job.
Devendra Sharma, this scheme, this loan waiver was actually meant to take the farmers out of the clutches of private money lenders. Explain to us the plight that these small and marginal farmers really face when they get trapped in a loan debt, especially given by money lenders, private money lenders.
Well, there is no denying that the private money lenders are charging exorbitant interest rates. And, so obviously, because their banking system is not in place in those areas, as the chairman of the Reserve Bank of India has already said that we have 70% of the country is outside the banking system. So so there is no other way but to depend upon these private money lenders. But having said that, the money lenders of course are charging exorbitant rates, but the inability of the banks to reach those people or the beneficiaries is the reason why people have to now bank upon the money lenders. If the institutional credit was to come their way, I'm sure the dependence on money lenders would be reduced to a great extent. That, I think, is the foremost message which I think the Reserve Bank of India has failed to deliver.